Hey there, Internet. McBadass here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm calling it Updates, partially due to the fact that there's a big update coming through right now. The new appraisal system, as well as some changes to how charge attacks work within trainer battles, which is exciting. Definitely looking forward to see how that is implemented. Hopefully there will be more bug testing than they did with the switch mechanic they tried to implement last week, because that was a bit of a fiasco. Um, so, fingers crossed that that ends up being a positive change and, bringing the competitive scene to I don't know, closer to being an esport or closer to being relevant or whatever you want to call it. Kind of just going through some old footage here of Deoxys Raid and then and Lucky Egg Evolution Spree that I did a while back. Um, but while that's going on, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about also updating you on where I'm at and what my situation is and how that has changed over the last month and where I'm going to be headed in the future. As it stands, I'm coming closer to the end of my budgeting schedule for being unemployed. So I'm going to be looking into getting a new job here within the next couple of weeks. Ideally, I'm hoping for something that isn't going to drastically interfere with my video production schedule, which I apologize, it's been pretty inconsistent. Kind of been hit and miss here and there. It's I don't know. It's been an odd time being unemployed. Been going through a lot, battling mental illnesses here and there, and just kind of adjusting to lifestyle changes and being my own boss, that sort of thing. But in the midst of all of that, I have been putting out video content, and I won't say I'm disappointed with it. Like I'm pretty proud of what I've managed to produce thus far. I do feel as though it's much more hyper focused on this game that I play than I was originally intending. And my reasons for that, I guess I could explain by telling you a little bit more about myself. I feel as though I've been much more of an activist, politically speaking, ever since 2016, which just so happened to be the year that this game came out. And I've kind of been examining the reasons why that might be here over the last month or so. Like, I don't know, there's jokes on the internet talking about how, like, oh man, we'll never be as close to world peace as we were the month that Pokemon Go came out. Um, and, obviously that's hilarious, but at the same time, I feel like I'd like to live in a world where things are more peaceful and where people, more people have the opportunities to play silly games like this and, have fun and get along with their fellow human beings and stuff like that. And, I recognize the fact that there's lots of people in this world who don't have that opportunity for any number of reasons. And yeah, obviously, like that is beyond my capacity to change all on my own. I don't know. I don't think casual indifference is the right way to deal with problems in the world when you have children in cages and you have the state of Alaska, literally on fire, and our governor here doing his darndest to destroy benefits for senior citizens, destroy the education system here in Alaska. There's a lot of things that have been going on recently that I'm just really not okay with. And I don't know, maybe I'm getting sidetracked, and maybe that goes beyond the scope of this video. But at the same time, I feel like one of my original goals when I started this channel was to hybridize the real world with the world of Pokemon, and kind of portray the role of what a Pokemon trainer would be in the real world. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, that means to me working towards a world that is more peaceful, so where more people have the opportunity to play this silly game with me. Which, again, like, it's not, you know, something that's within my power to dictate, being an unemployed YouTuber and whatnot with a relatively small fan following. Um, but I don't know. It's just the kinds of things I contemplate when I'm thinking what my next move is. So, like I said, I am looking to get a new job and start working again, and hopefully get into something that isn't going to interfere with my YouTube channel and allow me to keep going to tournaments and all that jazz. Um, as far as the musicianship goes, I feel as though I kind of hit a bit of a wall in that area. It got to the point where me trying to force myself and beat my head against the wall and try to learn the Pokemon tracks for the channel has kind of interfered with a lot of my video production, and it stresses me out, and it adversely affects my mental health when I'm just forcing myself to beat my head against that wall. So after, you know, a good solid month of doing so, I came to the conclusion that I need to go find a new music teacher, which is not something I'm capable of doing with my current budgeting. Um, so just to update you all on where all that is currently, like I said, it's kind of been shelved for the time being. I'm not giving up per se, as much as I am identifying the fact that I need help from an exterior source, and that I am not able to learn these things on my own. So, yeah. I'm not super excited or stoked to be going back into the workforce. You know, it's been a fun time pursuing the things that I'm really passionate about without having to worry about anybody else's agenda. But at the same time, I feel like the experience of being unemployed has kind of made me have a greater appreciation for the money that I do have and the spending power that that gives me. So I feel like wherever I end up being employed next, I will hopefully be able to maintain that sense of importance. Because, you know, even once I am to the point where I'm generating enough money to live off of, there's still, you know, I only have a finite amount of time on this planet, and I want to make some kind of positive impact on the world I live in while I'm living here. You know, before climate change kills us all. Funny jokes. I don't know. Like I said, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but I'm trying to open up. I'm trying to be honest with you guys about where I'm at and where my priorities have found themselves, and what goals I hope to pursue in the future. I will say that as far as the video content that I've made thus far is concerned, I still have several ideas that I have yet to film or act upon. And so there have been some exterior factors that have contributed to that. Like, for example, there's a burn ban in Alaska right now because of all the wildfires we have going on. So me doing things that involve fire, not really an option. But, you know, perhaps that's some foreshadowing for video content to come. Just letting you guys know what's up. I'm going to be going out of town this weekend for the Honey Jam Festival. It's looking like it's going to be a really good time. My roommate has been putting a lot of effort into facilitating this event over the last several months, and it's been a really great experience being around to help her out with that and getting this whole show on the road. But as it stands, how that affects you guys, I guess, it just means that I won't be in town this weekend, which means I won't be around to edit or post any more videos. So I'm trying to pump out some content to tide you guys over until I get back. Yeah, hopefully, probably just going to be getting back on more of the tournament runs, because I'm still pretty backlogged in that regard. Because I have one more I have one more Kingdom Cup video to post, and then there's 3 Nightmare Cups as well as regionals, and then there's the Rainbow Cup. So, yeah, got some ground to cover. But at any rate, I think that's just about all I wanted to say for now. Thanks for tuning in and listening to me ramble, and you know, thanks for being around. Thanks for watching. You know, so leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about where I'm at currently, what my goals are, and what you think of the channel at this point in time. You know, and once again, if you feel like really getting behind this project and supporting me, I do have a Patreon. And on that note, big shout out to Sangria, just endlessly singing your praises, because I really, really appreciate you supporting me on there. Yeah, it means a lot to have that support, even if it's just a little bit. At any rate, I'm not trying to get all sentimental on you guys, and I'm out of footage, so I guess I will see you all in the next video.